Hi, my name's Jerica. I'm the butcher down here at the butcher shop on Tremont Street in Boston's South End. Just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about confit duck. The first step of the process to confit is curing. It's a short cure. We're not doing a long cure. It's not going to be something that's going to have a permanent shelf life. But we're going to do a short cure. Hopefully 6 to 8 hours is the time frame you're looking for. To do a cure on a duck, you want to take some salt, some nice kosher salt, throw it in a food processor with whatever aromatics you have laying around that you want to impart into the duck as the flavoring. Today we have some peppercorn, bay leaf, thyme, rosemary, all blended together in the food processor, and you get this beautiful herbaceous green salt that you're going to rub all over the duck, like so. Be liberal with it. Don't worry about over-seasoning, because the next step after the 6 to 8 hours is going to be rinsing that cure off. But you want to make sure it's really penetrating the flesh and the skin. So get a nice rub all over it, both sides. And then those duck legs you're going to put in the refrigerator on a sheet tray. If you have a baking rack, like a cookie rack, you can put them on the rack so all the moisture is going to leach out. So the goal of the process is to remove a good deal of the moisture that's in this protein here, and that's going to help prolong the shelf life and really intensify those flavors and start to break down the flesh a little bit. So you're going to let those sit in your fridge 6 to 8 hours, and then we'll pick it up from there. So at this point, you can see our ducks have sat overnight in a refrigerator, and the salt has done its job. You can see all the moisture that's leached out of these duck legs and the half duck here. The actual texture of the duck has changed a little bit too. It's become a little more firm, and the fat is a little more firm as well. So this is exactly where you want to be at this point. And then you want to go and take it and rinse off all this cure, because if you leave it in when you confit, you're just going to end up with inedible, way too salty duck. So at this point, I'm just going to step out and rinse off my duck. So now we're back, and we have our beautiful duck half and duck leg that has been cured overnight with a nice green salt. And it's been rinsed off. It's nice and clean. You want to make sure you pat it dry a little bit. You want to make sure all that excess moisture is removed from it before you start putting it under the duck fat. But once you have it nice and dry, you're going to throw it in an oven-safe pan. You can do this in the oven or on a stovetop. The key to confit literally means to cook under fat. So to cook under fat, and it also means to do it very slowly. So as long as you have an oven-safe pan or a stovetop-safe pan that you can heat at a really slow temperature, and it's going to be big enough to fit whatever duck parts you're working with, and completely cover them in fat, you're good to go. So we have our dried duck in here, and we're going to just cover it with some beautiful duck fat. Duck fat is something that you can either work on getting your own stock of at home by buying whole ducks and then rendering out the fat, or it's something that you can buy commercially. Come to the butcher shop. We always have duck fat on hand. And this is some beautiful, clean, rendered duck fat that you're just going to put all the way over all of your duck parts, making sure that everything is completely covered. And then you definitely want to cover it. The key here is low, slow, moist cooking. So you want to make sure all of that is covered and remains covered through the whole process. The temperature you're looking for here, your goal temperature is between 190 and 210. You definitely don't want to get it up to a boil. You want to keep it nice and low and slow so that the meat cooks really slowly and retains all its moisture. Stays really delicious for you. So get it covered and then let it go. We like to, at the butcher shop here, we usually confit overnight in the oven. We cover it in a big container, cook it at 190 overnight, and it's perfect when it comes out in the morning. Once the duck is really, 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 really moist and falling apart, you want to pull it off in the pan, keep the fat in there, keep it under the fat, pull it off and let it sit in the refrigerator until it's a workable temperature. You don't want the duck fat to completely re-solidify, but while it's still liquid and comfortable enough where you can put your hands in there, get in there and pull out the duck really gently, because it's going to start falling apart on you. It's really delicate. It's been cooking low and slow. All the collagen's been released. So get in there, scoop your hands out, and then you can just lay it on a nice sheet tray or a plate, whatever you have at home. And then, again, let that duck by itself cool, and then you'll be able to work with it. But definitely save the fat as well. While that fat is still at a liquid point, you're going to want to put it through a colander and save all the fat and use it again next time you confit. And that'll be great for you. So now you've worked your way through all the steps of confit and you have your beautiful finished product here. This is what your duck's going to look like once you have it pulled out of the fat and it's cooled in the fridge. It's completely rehardened, all the fat and the protein is recongealed, and you have a pretty sturdy product to work with at this point. This we have here a half duck. We serve this all the time at the butcher shop. It's a number 9 part classic. And we'll take our half duck like this and reheat up some of our beautiful rendered duck fat and re-crisp the duck until we end up with this beautiful, crispy skinned, tender, flaky, salty, delicious duck that we're gonna then, at this point you can just serve as is, put a little garnish on it. Right here we have some beautiful fresh mosh. Just tuck it in there, make it look nice. And serve it just like this. Or honestly, you can even take the duck before it's re-crisped, crumble it up, toss it in a salad. It's really, really salty and moist and delicious. It's going to add flavor to pretty much anything you put it in. And same thing with the duck leg. You can do the same preparation that we have here with the half duck. Re-crisp it, serve it with whatever your heart desires, and you have pretty much a full meal there. So hopefully I'm going to see you soon. Come down to the butcher shop, buy a duck. I'll show you how to break it down and walk you through the steps again. And hopefully I see you soon.